So good, so good, so good. Yes, indeed. What do you think Atlanta's going to do here, Dave?
What was that, Rich?
I know.
Oh, look, we've talked about it. Charles brought up Bijan Robinson. This is where it starts for him. This is where the conversation starts. Bum, bum, bum.
It absolutely does, and that's because of what we've seen before, Joel. You like to connect dots, and you do it so well. Arthur Smith, head coach at Atlanta, offense coordinator at Tennessee, Derrick Henry. You just keep going down the line. Get that runner that can dominate and help a young quarterback perhaps.
So I'll connect a dot all the way back. Remember, Steve Sarkisian was a coordinator at Atlanta.
The commissioner mercifully about to end the Neil Diamond Festival. Thank goodness gracious. We can get, by the way, the Eagles just traded up to 9 with the Bears.
For the Atlanta Falcons pick, I'm joined by Chris and Shane from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. Chris and Shane are a true testament to the power of mentorship. The NFL and its teams work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America as part of our work on social justice through our initiative, Inspired Change. The Falcons are big-time supporters of the organization, and they're thrilled to have Chris and Shane making their pick. Okay, guys, take it away.
With the 8th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson, running back, Texas.
The Falcons did it. The Atlanta Falcons had a highly talented, high-character individual from Texas sitting on the draft board who just happens to play running back in a league that's all about passing, and a quarterback-driven league. A league in which somebody like Austin Eckler says, I'd like a new contract, and they say, go seek it. You've scored a ton of touchdowns. Go seek it. And he's still in Los Angeles. A league in which we all know Derrick Henry might be sitting out there. Who the heck knows? But you've got Bijan Robinson now, a top 10 drafted running back in the NFL, and he's going to Atlanta.
Maybe this is a time we can officially rebrand this position for players like Bijan Robinson. Heck, let's just call them offensive weapons. If we have somebody in Deebo Samuel who majors as a wide receiver and minors in a running back, why can't we have a guy major as a running back and minor as a wide receiver? He's got that type of skill set, CD.
You might want to get that trademark quickly. John Lynch used that with Kyle Juszczyk. Remember, he said, we're listing him as an offensive weapon. But when you are exceptional, when you are special, all these rules about not taking a guy go out the window. Dave Gettleman caught a lot of grief in New York about taking Saquon Barkley at number 2. Ask yourself this question. No Barkley last year on the Giants, a playoff team. When you have that guy, you go get him and you put him in your lineup.
In a draft full of exceptions where guys don't meet all the marks, this is a prototype player. I think he's the 3rd best player in the entire draft class. So to get him at number 8, I think not only is exciting, it's great value. For a comp, you see that number 5. Think back to Edgerrin James and those Colts teams. He's that type of dynamic.
Edge in Miami wearing 5?
Absolutely, that type of a dynamic playmaker. A lot of times you have to sacrifice. Either you get somebody who's explosive and tight, or he's loose and doesn't have a lot of juice. This guy is very explosive, but he's a real loose, fluid runner. It's a unique combination he has. The short area quickness, stop, start, no problem. He can stop on a dime. You want to make people miss. He did it 104 times this year, more than any other running back in college football. The elusiveness, here's 3 missed tackles, just ho-hum. They can't get anywhere near him to get him on the ground. Another example in the passing game, we talked about that offensive weapon. You can do it out of the backfield. You can split him out like this. Watch the contact catch right there. Looks like a tight end working down the seam, a little wheel route. He can make you miss and make things happen after the catch. This is a special, special player. It's time for Next Gen Stats powered by AWS to see the overall top draft score. He's at the very top of the list. Again, this is a prototype at the running back position.
And then also just, again, a terrific individual bringing his special brand of mustard to the ATL. Melissa?
Well, Rich, he's wearing his pin right here that's red for good luck. And look at that smile. His mom told me that he dreamed about this day since a little kid. What is it like to finally realize that and be selected 8th overall in the NFL draft?
Yeah, well, you know, first off, I just want to give honor to God and, you know, and His Son Jesus for just blessing me to be here. And, you know, I do everything for Him. So, you know, this is just such a big moment for me, for my family, and, you know, just everybody that's, you know, been with me. But, man, I just appreciate the Falcons for picking me. And, you know, I promise I won't let them down. But, man, God is so good, and I can't wait.
It's a big moment for Falcons fans. Tell them what they can expect in you as a player and a person.
Yeah, I mean, y'all expect everything, man. I mean, I can do it, you know, do it all on the field for our whole city, and then, you know, for myself, you know, trying to get in the community and do so many great things for the whole city of Atlanta. But I appreciate you guys, and, you know, I can't wait to get there, and we're gonna have a good time, and it's just such a blessing to be with y'all.
Awesome, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
A fresh face in the NFL coming from Austin now to Atlanta. Fantastic. Kurt?
Yeah, I love what Charles was saying about connecting the dots and Arthur Smith being back in Tennessee. Now, this was an Atlanta Falcons team that was number 3 in rushing a year ago, so you maybe think, maybe we don't need that bell cow back. But if you remember, they did a lot of it off of the quarterback run game with Marcus Mariota. Desmond Ridder back there at quarterback now. I believe more in that mold of a Ryan Tannehill off of the play action. So I love that they went and got a bell cow back and be more of a downhill play action type run game. Drake London on the outside. I love this fit for the Atlanta Falcons.
And they've had those kind of guys before. Remember Michael the Burner Turner when they were going to playoffs every year. Let's check out the NFL player comparison presented by Ram Trucks. And for me, listen, recency, Saquon Barkley, Edgerrin James, Daniel Jeremiah mentioned him. But for me, it's LaDainian Tomlinson. The vision, the ability to make himself elusive and then turn it upfield and finish in the end zone. Tremendous vision, great contact balance when he runs through traffic, Joel. You got to see him up close and personal as a college player. Plus, not only did LT do this, he was an integral part of the passing game. He caught the ball not just on checkdowns, but swings and everything else downfield. That's exactly what you can get from that young man, Bijan Robinson. We take a look at the tweet from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, fellow Longhorn right there. Excited to see him go to Atlanta. You want to hop in here before you hear what the Eagles
I would just
did?
say this. We've talked all about him as a player, and I agree with all of that. He's one of the top 3 human beings I've ever sat with before a college football game. He is a tremendous person, and Atlanta is lucky to have him.